Hi, welcome to Pace Craft Creations. Thanks for taking time out every day to hang out, chit chat, craft, and create with me. Today I'm coming on with Masterboard Monday. Mixed Media Monday, you could call it as well. And we're just going to play around with some inks and our masterboard and a stencil, maybe some baby wipes and some water today. And we're just going to see if we can get a ghost image of our stencil on here. I've seen a couple of channels do this with their inks. One woman did it with sprays. I tried the sprays. It didn't work as well as I had hoped. This is what it looked like. The sprays are gorgeous, but she used water and she used a wipe, and I didn't get a ghost image on there, and I used the same sprays she did. So I don't know what happened there, but I know we can get a ghost image with inking. So what I'm doing here, saturating my board with that ink in two different colors. So I have Mowed Lawn and Twisted Citron. I love this green. Such a vibrant green. It's so pretty. So we're just going to saturate right on there. And we're going to blend it right across our board. And I'm doing the whole board with this color. Multiple different papers on my masterboard. So if you're new to making masterboards, they are taking your scrap papers and you're going to just glue them down on a board, and then you create tags, ATC cards, ephemera coins, a whole bunch of stuff with your scraps. And they can be any scraps. You can do it in multiple colors, multiple patterned papers. It's totally up to you what you want to do with them. So I wanted to start out with this beautiful dark Mowed Lawn, and then we moved into our Citron, and then we're going to go back to our Mowed Lawn, just like that. And I blended using this over my Citron up there, and then we're going to do the same thing here. We'll bring that Citron in after we get our board covered with our green. And you can use any colors for this. I'm just using green because I want to use this one. This pretty leaf pattern on there for my background. And we'll see how it looks. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure it's going to create the image I'm hoping that it will do, like falling leaves and everything down there. I think it'll look pretty. Okay, so I have my board saturated with that green. Let's come back in with that Citron and just blend across there. Okay, we are completely saturated. Let's set those aside. And I got my wipe ready to go. I have water in case I need to add water. And we're going to work this way. So we'll start over here. And we're just going to put it as close to that edge as we can, and we're going to hold it. And then we're going to come in and we're just going to go back and forth with our wipe. And as you can see, it's picking up some. And we're just going to go back and forth with it over our stencil. And you want a nice strong stencil for this. You don't want a stencil that's going to have a lot of big gaps, because it will not work very well. And it could tear your stencil, and you don't want that. After all your work you've done inking up your page, you don't want it. You can see it's starting to pull up right here. Really pretty. Okay, we're going to lift it. And you can see we have a little bit of that leaf background there. We're going to come over here. We're going to do that again. I'm going to turn my thing around here. And we're just going to do the same thing. We're going to work it all the way across the top. Rubbing back and forth on our leaves there. And you can see it's starting to pull here as well, giving us that really pretty image. And we'll lift that up. We have more ghosted image through there. We'll do the same here. And then we're going to give it a moment to dry. Just like that. So we'll give it just a moment to dry and we'll be right back. Okay, so our paper is dry. Pretty much dry. And you can see a little bit of the ghosting on there. Really pretty. So we're going to go and add another layer. We're going to go back over. Only this time we're going to turn our paper. Turn it. Our stencil around. And we're going to come back in with our Mowed Lawn and our Citron again. Kind of creating a 3D look of our leaves here. Because we're going the opposite direction of our leaves. It's going to be really, really pretty. And I'm going to start here. And I'm only going to do a couple of them. I don't want to do all of them, because then it defeats the purpose of what we just did, right? So we're just going to come in and do a couple of our dark green there. And you can see how they look. Really pretty, right? Are they popping up there so you can see them? You can see them really pretty on there, right? So it gives it like 3D look. And we're going to keep it the same direction. And we're just going to go ahead, grab a couple of the leaves. And it being easy that I don't overlap them too much there. But you can see we're starting to create that like garden look, which is what I wanted. Grab a couple more. Let's grab a couple here. So we'll start up here and we'll just work our way down. And you can really see that. It really makes the ones behind it pop. So let's grab our Citron next, and we'll do the same thing, only this time we're going to turn it this way. And we're just inking up our dauber. And we're going to do the same thing. Just choose a couple in different directions. Just like that. And move your stencil around. Have fun with it. Move that around a little bit. You can really see it starting to pop in there. Pick a leaf here or there. And you're just going to really saturate it. I think we need a bigger green one here. Dark green. Oh, that looks so pretty. Just kind of play around with it where you think you need them to be. They look pretty. So let's clean our stencil here before we put it away. Because we don't want to put it away stained, because if we use the texture paste with it the next time we use it, that color is going to get all over our texture paste, and we may not want that. Alright, so our stencil is now clean, and we have our board here ready to be cut up and made into something. So let me grab our other things we're going to use. Okay, so I grabbed everything else that I wanted to use on here. I grabbed another ink, so we're going to do some walnut stain. Grab that ink, some cards, and I have some leaf stamps that I'd like to use. And we're going to chop it up first before we do anything else. So I want to make bookmarks out of it. It's 11 inches wide. So I normally do about 2.5 inches for my bookmarks. But this time I think we're going to go 2 inches. Maybe. Yeah, let's do 2 inches. So we should be able to get 5 bookmarks out of our one Masterboard here. And I find that a guillotine cutter works better when you're doing your masterboard than a regular paper cutter, only because it can go through multiple layers and it will get all of them. If you're doing texture paste on your bookmarks, you definitely want to cut your bookmarks first before you do your texture paste. So we're left with just that little 1/2 inch. We can use that for something else. So we'll set that aside. And we should have at least 4 bookmarks. At least a minimum of 4. I think not 4, 5. So we should have at least 5 bookmarks. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we have these papers here. These are 2.5 by 3.5. We want to cut these up too. So I'm going to grab this one back out. And we went with 2 inches. So we want this to be a little bit smaller than 2 inches. So let's go 1 3/4. Because we want it to be able to sit on our bookmark like so. We're going to try and cut all of these together. It's been a while since I've cut all of my papers at once on here. Oh, and I didn't do the right size. I wanted them to be 1 3/4. That's okay. I have extras. Wanted them to be 1 3/4, not 1.5. Okay, so we've got a couple little extras. We'll put those there. And I only wanted to do... Oh, that's not good. Where did that come from? Let's see. I wanted to do 2 on each, so I may need to grab another one. Yeah, we're going to have to grab another 2, maybe. Yep, we'll need 2 more of those. There we go. 2 more. Oh, those little papers. That's where that came from. My little mess up. Okay, so we want 1 3/4. There we go. 1 3/4. Now we have the right size. Perfect. We have the right size now. We have enough to do them. We do. So we're going to be able to get 2 on each. And I want to ink these up as well. So we will remove them off of there because we're going to do these. So we'll set our masterboard aside for just a moment and we're going to come back to that after. And I want these to be brown with a little bit of black on them. So we're going to do our image in black and we're going to do them in brown. So we're going to stamp first our images, and I want it to be leaves that are similar to the leaf that we have on here already. And I think this one is the closest. Pretty sure that is the closest one. Yeah, that is definitely close, but it's really big. I think I have a smaller one right here, which would look really cute. Right there, we can use that one. And we have another smaller one that will work too, right here. So we'll use that one too. And what I want to do is I want to ink them up first. So we're going to divide these into 2 different piles because we're going to use 2 different images. Make sure we have the same amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we do. Okay, the first images are going to get this one here. Oh, we want the brown. We want the black one. Black first. So just like that. Oh, that's going to look pretty on there. Really pretty. And then we're going to do that brown around them. And then let's remove that after we clean it. And if I don't put it back, I'm not going to remember where it goes. So that one is there. My ADHD will kick in and I won't remember to put it back. Trying to do the focus thing where you put it back. Don't put it down, put it away. Don't put it down, put it away. If I put it away, then when I go to find it again, it's in the right spot. We're all set with the black now. And I wipe that off. Just like that. And I'm going to put it away. I'm not going to put it down. I'm going to put it away. Right there. Put it away, put it away, put it away. It's put away. So we're all set with that part and that part. Now we're going to go onto the ears. And before I do the next step, we're going to go ahead and chop away our corners, because if we chop away the corners now, it's going to look much more finished when we put it onto our bookmarks. Oh, totally missed that corner there. It'll look a lot more finished when we add them to our bookmarks. Really pretty leaves. And it takes just a moment, as you can tell. I might do them all at once, because this one is great for that. This one is much thicker than the other one that I purchased. It allows you to do more than one page, which is nice. The other corner puncher I have is nice. This one here, I've had this one for years. Works really well, but the one I got from Temu works even better. Alright, so now we're going to come in with our brown. We're going to do them all at the same time. Flip them, flip them, flip them. They kind of look like feathers, don't they? Come in with my walnut stain. And what I'm going to do with the walnut stain is just brush it around the edges. That's it. Just like that. Just a little on those edges. So when we put it on the green, it pops a little bit more. So this one is really going to be pretty. We've done a couple of bookmarks together already. I don't remember if we've done the Masterboard one before. I think we may have, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to look. If I did, I will see if I can find them. I know we've done a couple of bookmarks, so I'll link those. Try to remember to link them all in the bottom in the description box for you, so you can check out the other bookmarks we've made together. I think there are 3 total. I know we did the rainbow one together, but I can't remember. I think that one was a live. I think it was a live one I did with a rainbow bookmark. Alright, so they're inked together and ready to go. And let's go ahead and chop our corners on here as well. And I know I did some sewn bookmarks as well. So I think, sorry about the noise, sometimes people don't like the punchies. I think we did a sewn one together with a Masterboard, maybe. Or I did it and I shared it. But I did the sewing part first. Maybe. My memory is not what it was before. Okay, so we're almost done this. I thought about adding some thread to them, but I'm not 100% sure I want to go that route just yet. Let me grab my glue over here. We're going to use the loveliest glue ever, the Scotch one. It dries super fast and it's super pretty. Dries clear, which is nice, and you only need a little bit of it. Dries super fast. Alright, so down here with this one, kind of off-centered a little bit, which I love doing. then we need one of theirs. Really pretty, and I want the leaves to go the same direction. So I put these ones facing this way. The next ones are going to face that way as well. Grab this. This will help. It dries super fast, which is nice. So we have that on there. Really pretty, and I think I like it going this way, even though my words are that way. So I think they look pretty either way, really. So I think that way works. Let's move theirs. So we want to do 2 per. Let's set it up like a little workstation so I don't screw them up by grabbing the wrong leaves. So we want to get our paper the direction we want it to be as well. And I think that looks good, like that. Those go on the top. So mask making is really nice for this part. You can put them together really quickly. I'm trying to be happy mask making. I've done a lot of items that are one and dones, as we call them here. One and done projects where that's the only one you're doing. You're not adding more, you're not doing more with it. You do one and then you move on to another one, which has always been my favorite thing to do. I like unique and one and dones, but doing more fairs, as I did last year, I've learned that mask making is needed sometimes, especially if you're doing fairs. You want to mask make so you have all that ready to go before that glue dries. There we go. I may need to add a little bit because I lifted it up in the middle of the drying. My glue already dried before I put it down, and then I lifted it just as it was about to dry, which I'm doing here too. Just as it's about to dry. I think it worked though. So I don't know if I want to add a piece on here. I think I might add like green and brown tassel threads, maybe we can do one together and then I'll just finish them off, kind of thing, when we're not together here. Mask making is such a tedious process too sometimes. I think that's why I don't like it, because it can get boring. You're doing the same thing over and over again. And I have a hard time with that. I lose my focus sometimes doing it. I think I lose my focus with it. But they're so adorable, aren't they? So cute. Alright, I think I'm going to add the strings. I think they might need it on these ones. They might need that little loop on there. Okay, so we have our snap pliers here, I think they're called. Let's open that up to the bigger one. And I have some embroidery floss in brown and green because that's our colors. And before I do that, let's go ahead and take our brown and let's go around the whole thing of our bookmark here, because I want to bring a little bit of that brown that we got on there to the bookmark itself. So we're just going to add a little bit of brown around the edges of our bookmark here, just to tie in that brown that we have on our piece there. So we'll do one together. And then I'll go ahead and finish them and then put a picture at the end for you to see. Okay, so let's set these aside. Set that one aside as well. Cover back that. Okay, so we want our leaves to be facing down. We're going to go ahead and punch our hole first. Here. We don't want it to be down too far, so we're going to take our thing here and decide where we want it to be. I think that's a good amount of distance. Go right into the center, punch our hole, get that little bit out there. Then we need to decide on our piece here, and I'm going to go silver. I'm going to pop that in. We're going to take our pliers, and we're going to go the in part, that one there, goes in the top here. I'm not there. Yeah, there. Goes in the top there. So we're going to put that in there, and we're going to squeeze. This takes 2 hands for me. And then we have that piece there on the back and on the front. Really pretty. Got a needle, and we're making sure that our needle's going to fit. Then we're going to take our thread. Really pretty like thread here. Grab both ends. And I'm going to do it a couple of times. About 12 inches or so, maybe about 8 inches or so. Yeah, about 8 inches. And we're going to do it twice. So we're going to fold over twice, just like that. Grab our scissors. And then we're going to cut right there where it meets. You may not even need your scissors. I'm not your scissors, the sewing needle for this part. You might be able to squeeze them in there. So let's open up this end here. You might be able to squeeze it in because you want to grab all 4 of these. Right like that. You want all 4 of them. And you're just going to poke those through. Make sure you get all 4 because sometimes they come apart. Grab them. I kind of twist it a little bit like that, and that will help get all 4 of them in there. Make sure you get them all. You can see by doing that. They're all in there. And then open up that hole there. Grab all 4 of them again, because you want to have your finger through that loop when you grab them from this side here. So make sure they're all going the same direction, just like that. Grab that right through and pull, and there we have our tassel for our bookmark. And it's about the same size as our bookmark. That's what we're looking for. I want the same length as our bookmark. About that. And I'm going to go ahead and remove the ends because I really want it just to be the same size as our bookmark. Just like that. And we have a really pretty bookmark. Gorgeous. Really, really pretty. We didn't need this at all, but you can use it if you like. So I'm going to put that back. But yeah, that's how we made a bookmark from our Masterboard. Really cute. So I'll put a picture at the end of how they all look together. Thank y'all for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.